Elon Musk shows the limits of high-dollar donors.
Oh, this is a no. And before we throw a pity party for Elon, just in case you didn't see this, last week, Mr. Musk told a Bloomberg Global television summit that he's going to be spending significantly less in future elections than the $250 million he dropped on Donald Trump back in 2024.
You spent a lot more money on the last US election than you envisaged when you were speaking here 3 years ago. Are you going to continue to spend at that kind of level on future elections?
I think in terms of political spending, I'm going to do a lot less in the future.
And why is that?
I think I've done enough.
Is it because of blowback?
Well, if I see a reason to do political spending in the future, I will do it. I do not currently see a reason.
Before we actually voice our opinions, are you surprised by this?
Not really.
Right.
I mean, Elon, when you just think about the sheer amount of liquidity this man has spent, there are lots of people who also have, in the hundreds of billions of dollars. Mm-hmm. But not many people have, privately purchased Twitter for $44 billion and single-handedly, bankrolled the whole Trump admin. So, it doesn't surprise... It's not that he's not still a mega freaking billionaire, but it's rather just when you're a billionaire of that magnitude who is still actively managing companies, you don't want to have any sort of liquidity crisis, especially to fund your 15 children and personal transit to Mars.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So this doesn't surprise. I don't think this is a falling out situation. Christian, I'll let you be a hater first.
Thank
that
you.
way then I can be the optimist.
Look, the Musk tale certainly isn't cautionary for a couple of obvious reasons. Yes, Tesla's stock price suffered. Yes, people called him mean things on Twitter, the app that he supposedly owns and controls. But let's be honest, he got everything he wanted out of this, right? He came in, he was able to quote-unquote address government fraud, abuse, all of that, slash federal spending, and sort of refocus priorities against these quote-unquote woke programs that Biden or Barack Obama or any Democratic president has put in over the past few decades. On top of that, he got a huge boost for SpaceX, right? Billions and billions and billions in future federal contracts on these manned space missions that we're going to be seeing. And the State Department is literally pushing out Starlink to virtually every developing country in the world. Look, $250 billion, like you mentioned, to Elon Musk is nothing. A small decline in stock, health on the one hand, with boosted growth on the other. That's 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. It's a net wash. So I don't think anyone should be feeling bad for him. It's not a cautionary tale, again, because he got what he wanted out of it. And if it's a little bit more and he's reaping, those negative rewards there, I'm not going to lose any sleep.
Look, it's less that I feel bad for Elon because, again, I think Elon's overall position is strong, and I think it predates any of his real involvement with Trump because already it was the Biden administration that was reliant on Starlink for keeping Ukraine connected.
And Tesla to meet those federal EV projections, right?
And one of the smart things Elon was preparing for long before any of the trade wars was bringing back domestic lithium refining en masse in a way that the U.S. just has not done. Mm-hmm. And so this is Tesla. I mean, Tesla, it's a car company. Elon likes it to be a robot company, but in my opinion, it's going to be its most important feature 10 years from now will be the fact that it's the clean battery company.
The battery tech is always the long game.
In a way that GM is not doing. Mm-hmm. But the real reason why with Elon, I think it's important for us to just consider the closest thing we have to, think the intellectual skills of a Da Vinci, but as capitalized as the entire Medici Empire of the Renaissance, but in the 21st century. And still, it's not clear that it was his money that clinched the election for Trump. I just really don't think it was. Trump won out of 3 elections. He won the 2 times he was dramatically outspent. I believe he was able to outspend Biden in 2020, and he still lost. So I just think we are seeing the logical limitations, the endpoints of of the worst fear mongering about what Citizens United could do. Let's go really far back to 2023. Everyone thought Ron DeSantis, because he had his, like, you know, however many billion-dollar war chest, it was, you know, $250 billion war chest or something like that. And what did it matter? He outsourced his entire campaign to the super PACs, which are supposed to get unlimited amounts of money, and, oh, we can hire the best of the best, and he lost Iowa by, like, 20 points or something.
Oh, yeah.
The small dollar donor is still king.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because being beholden to small dollar donors does mean you kind of throw out some incoherent policies, like let's do no tax on Social Security, which thankfully has been modified for the big beautiful bill.
I'm glad we got to Trump, because like he's the elephant in the room,
Yeah.
right? And he's been the outlier among Republicans who's been able to not only mimic what Democrats have done with grassroots fundraising, but really go beyond that. So I guess to your point, Republicans should be more worried if Donald Trump says he's not going to be a political spender after leaving office rather than Elon Musk. But let's be honest, it's just fun to dunk on Elon, right?